Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. We're not going to start with chapstick because you see we got stuff going on. So I'm going to reapply the No Matte Gloss in Miel, which I tapped over a blue eyeliner as a lip liner. So that's what we did with that. Yeah. Today we're going to experiment with concealers. I do love the Nars Creamy Concealers, the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealers. They do last for 24 months after you open them, which is amazing because most cream products only last 3 to 6 months. So I'm guaranteed to use these. I use Caramel. This is perfect, just about. It's like a hair off of being perfect for around this area. I do have on a full face, you see that, so you don't see the redness I have there. But this one I use in the darkest parts under my eye, which is here, and around my nose area, because it does blend in really well around here. Just a hair off of my skin tone. It matches perfectly my forehead. My forehead is not the same shade as this part of my face. I use walnut sometimes as a color corrector when I feel like doing extra steps, and I use Secret d'Orge as a brightening when I feel like doing the extra steps. And doing the Full Face of Drugstore collab with Erica, I did get the CoverGirl, and this shade is in Honey. It is perfect for this area. Perfect. When it dries down, it blends in before I even blend it in, and it looks like I do not have concealer on. With the Nars Caramel, you can tell, okay, yeah, it's a little something there, maybe, maybe not, maybe it's the lighting, maybe it's the sun or whatever. But with the CoverGirl, you cannot see anything. So this is one that I could put on in this area and not have to put a powder on top of it to kind of camouflage. It is good for my under eye also, but it's something in here that makes my eyes itch just a little bit. And I used this the last couple of days, and this afternoon, well, this evening when I got up, I noticed it was really red and dry, and this area of my eyes, the skin was peeling. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, you know what? Because I was using this, I used it I think like 3 days in a row, and even just using it one time, it does tingle under my eyes. And so I said, I'm just going to use it here, but then I have the habit of when I pick up a concealer, you know, swipe here, and then this area too, and so I forget, and then when it starts to tingle, I'm just like, oh damn. And so might be decluttered. The Maybelline from another drugstore, Full Face of Makeup with Erica, I did pick up this shade, and this shade is in, I don't know what it's in, Miss Caramel. This is a good shade for under my eye and my nose area too, but it's not perfect for this area as the CoverGirl is, but this one does work. And Ulta had a thing where it was 10 times the points for certain items. I love the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stand Place makeup, so I said, you know what, let me try their concealers, because I've heard really good things about the concealers, and it is the same amount as the full-size Nars. These are also good for 24 months after you open them, so I am sure that I will use this up versus it being 6 months or even a year. And so I did get 3 shades, and I got shades based on the foundation. I can wear 4 in 2, which is Spice Sand, year-round. May need a bronzer certain times of year, may not. And so I got 4 in, which is neutral and is medium deep. I also can wear all year round 4W1, which is Honey Bronze. May need a bronzer sometimes a year, may not. But either one of those foundations I can wear all year round, which I love. And their foundations are good for 24 months as well. So I am sure to use them up. And I do actually use it up. And also it's the only foundation I use. So yeah, I get use out of it. So I got 4W, which is warm, medium deep. So that's this one. And yeah, I got my labels on already. And for brightening, I purchased 3W, which is warm, and it's medium. And so I like how they have N, or they have W, and I'm not sure what the other ones are. And so I like how they do that. So you can find whatever undertone, and because I have discoloration under my eyes, it is a different undertone than the rest of my face, which overall it's golden. And so that's why I can wear warm and also neutral leaning warm. So we're going to swatch the Estee Lauder. I have not used them yet. What I find curious about the instructions on these is that it says put your foundation on first and then put on your concealer. I don't put foundation directly underneath my eyes. And so I'm like, how is that going to work? But I will be sure to put on extra eye cream under there, and then maybe an eye primer on top of that, which is a technique that's supposed to help your concealer to not crease. But if you have wrinkles, eventually it's going to crease. I don't care what nobody says. So that was the one thing that I found interesting with these, because other concealers, you know, put them on and then your foundation. These say put them on top of your foundation. So we're going to start with the swatches. We're going to swatch first. Ooh, and the Estee Lauder one is rolling. So we're going to just start with the Estee Lauder. Actually, we're going to start with the 4N, which is for neutral and is for medium deep skin. And I love how they tell you the skin tone that it's good for, and also it matches with the foundation, because again, I can wear the 4N2 and this is 4N. And so I like how they have it lined up where it's easy to pick what you may really like. So I have 3, 6, 7, 8 things. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I might be able to do it. We're going to see. So again, this is 4N. This does have a strong smell to it, and my hope is after I use it a couple times, because now that it's open, air is getting in there, I'm hoping that smell will dissipate or not be as strong. So I keep forgetting 4N. This is, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this here. So that's 4N. And then we're going to take 4W. And we're going to put that here. Wow. So it looks like this would brighten, because the 4W foundation is not that light. And again, it's not blended out too, so keep that in mind as well. And this is 3W, and they all smell the same. Actually, this one smells less, but maybe the scents in my nose hairs already. So this is 3W. And we're first going to swatch this against the Nars. So the Nars Caramel would be the main one for under my eye and around my nose area where I have the redness. And so we're going to swatch this here. Okay. All right. And the price is comparable to the Nars to the Estee Lauder. And we're going to take Walnut, which I use for color correcting, so it's darker. So this isn't going to go with either one of these, but we're just going to put that here just because. Let me move this. Maybe that might help with the lighting. I don't know. Because there's like a shadow like right here. Will this help if I put my wings on? No. And sometimes I think to get another little light, because those are just little portable lights, to put here or one on each side, but then I don't want things to be like super washed out. So here, it may just be where my tripod is. Let me move that here. Is that better? Yeah, I think that's better. And this is Sucre d'Orge that I use for brightening. So we're going to put that next to the brightening Estee Lauder one. I think these might work, y'all. I think this is going to work, and I think this is going to work. So we're going to take the CoverGirl. Where are we going to put the CoverGirl? We're going to put the CoverGirl up here, because this is my skin tone one that well, the one I use for skin tone. And so we're going to, I could have moved all of these over. So we're going to put that there. This is really interesting that this is perfect for this area, but it looks really light. And this does have a scent to it too, and it does make my eyes itch when I wear it. That is very interesting how light that is, but it's perfect for this area. You know what I think? I think as it dries down, it oxidizes. It has to, because there's like no way this matches my skin tone. So I think that's what happens, because when I put it on, I do see it, but by the time I blend out under the eyes and when I start to tap, I'll notice that this side I didn't tap yet is blended in and it matches. And so that's that one. And this is the Maybelline one that can almost be for my skin tone. So we're going to swatch that under the CoverGirl, and also we're going to swatch that on top of the Estee Lauder and the Nars and see which one is closest to. This one has a teeny tiny faint smell, and so I do like this because it doesn't have a strong smell. So Estee Lauder, these three, Nars. Again, this one I use for color correcting, so that's why it's dark. And this is deepening up. This is the CoverGirl. This is the Maybelline. And also this here at the top is a Maybelline to compare against Estee Lauder and Nars. So I'm confident that the Estee Lauder ones will work for what I want it to do. So let me know if this was interesting to you, just like trying out different concealers, comparing the shades, what they would look like. Yeah, and so that'll just be it. You look how dark this CoverGirl's getting. It's almost looking grayish. That's weird. That is really friggin' weird, man. Ew. But I do think the Estee Lauder will work. I think this shade is close enough to the Nars shade. And even this one. These two are the foundation matches. Well, the ones that are supposed to match the foundation. And for brightening, these are comparable. So I'm excited to have two different brands of concealers, Nars and Estee Lauder, that will match me, and also they're each good for 24 months. That is amazing. And let me know if you use Estee Lauder foundation or the concealers, specifically the double wear ones, because I haven't even tried them yet. Yeah, I know I'm taking a chance. Or if you wear the Nars and how that works out for you, or Maybelline or CoverGirl. And so that's really it for this video. You will see me soon.